know why plants grow upwards? I guess you could say to reach the sun. They compete for sunlight.
But aren't they leaving something behind in the ground?
Water and minerals that they need to grow.
Right. Nutrients are absorbed into the roots, but somehow these raw materials have to make their way up to the leaves, where there's light energy for photosynthesis. The products of photosynthesis, carbohydrates, have to make their way from the leaves to the other parts of the plant.
So how do plants transport nutrients from the roots up and food from the leaves down?
The transport system that moves the water and minerals from the roots up the stem to the leaves and flowers is called the xylem. It's the tissue that the fluid moves through. These carnation petals are a giveaway. The red dye from the water has moved all the way up the stem to the veins of the petals.
Okay, so the xylem transports water and minerals up from the roots. But what powers it, active transport or passive?
The flow up the xylem is mostly passive, moving water and minerals from areas of higher concentration below up to areas of lower concentration.
So I take it the concentration of water in the leaves is always less than in the roots to keep the water moving up.
Right. Water from the leaves is constantly being evaporated and replaced. This geranium leaf has been left for 24 hours. Here you can see water on the inside of the cover. The water from this leaf has been evaporated by transpiration through the stomata. And the water that's lost through transpiration is replaced how? By the water that flows up from the roots through the xylem. Right.
So water and minerals move into the leaves through the xylem. Photosynthesis takes place, producing food for the rest of the plant.
Right.
Then how is food delivered back out of the leaves to the hungry plant?
The phloem tissue is arranged in tubes that carry food in solution away from the leaves to the branches, the trunk, and the roots.
I know that aphids are a real nuisance in the garden, but aren't they helpful in plant study?
Well, they can be a very big problem in home gardening as well as in greenhouse operations, but they are useful for scientists to study the phloem sap in plants. They do this because aphids have small stylets which they inject into the plants, and that's how they feed on the plants.
What are stylets?
Stylets are small tubes at the end of an aphid, and they suck up the phloem sap from the plant, and what happens then is the scientists can then come along and cut off the aphid from the stylet. We can then extract the phloem sap from that and analyze it.
So this improves our understanding of phloem.
Absolutely.